Hi, I'm Gautam. I took 95 days to cover 2,500 kilometers. A journey you could have easily finished within like 4 to 5 days. I took 95 days. I was following the Western Ghats. I made a whole series out of it called Solo Sahyadri. If you haven't watched that, I'll leave a link somewhere on the screen or down in the description below. So if you've spent this much time to cover a small area, you would have pretty much gone around all the places, all the major spots at least, right? No. It was quite the opposite. I was spending 4 to 5 days at one place and I was taking it really slow. And that 2,500 kilometers slowly became 12,000, close to 12,000 kilometers. This video is about slow travel. Back in 2019, when I started my solo ride across India and Nepal, on a Royal Enfield Himalayan 411 BS3 variant, a head full of dreams and excitement with very little money and very little experience. I didn't know how to travel. I was so young, naive, and ignorant. I rode across India and Nepal in 111 days and got back home successfully completing the ride. And there were a lot of experience, numerous experiences, good and bad. Not a single day felt normal. Think of a regular day where you wake up early in the morning in the comfort of your home and you'd make a cup of coffee and you're spending time with your family and you slowly go about your day. Being on the road was not like that. The place you stay is not permanent. Waking up in random places and you're interacting with strangers. Comfort and safety were the last things on my mind. Every day I was moving and I was constantly chasing the next experience, and somehow I was able to maintain that excitement until the day I got home. My next big adventure came 4 years later. So during that time, I was just working in different companies. I was freelancing, I was doing 9 to 5s, and I was learning new skills. I was learning photography, new video editing softwares, and I worked in a couple of movies and saving up money and dreaming about my ride to the Northeast, eastbound. By then I had started making videos on YouTube and I became more active on social media. I wanted to pursue this freelance work and travel. So I quit my job. Big risk. And it's a privilege also. I fully understand that. Eastbound was a deeply personal project for me. I know a lot of you love that series. In fact, day before yesterday when I'm at a function, one guy told me how much he loves that series, and he told me that he's watching the Eastbound series for the 3rd time and he has reached the Anini episode. So it makes me so happy, So it was during that journey I began developing my own style of storytelling and video making. I started connecting with people and I felt somewhere along the way I lost all of my identities. Wherever I go, I no longer felt I'm an outsider. I felt like I belonged there. Every single time I wake up at a random place and that place became my home. It was a beautiful feeling, and travel became less about me and more about the places and people around me. Eastbound was slower and more relaxed. I started to spend more time in villages, local homes, and smaller communities. People started greeting me like one of their own, and that feeling was so addictive. If you haven't watched Eastbound series, I think you should. I'll leave a link somewhere on the screen or down in the description below. Check it out and let me know. And then came Solo Sahyadri. All of the experiences that I had and everything I learned from 111 days and Eastbound came together. I spent longer in each place. I started to connect with the local communities even more. I observed more, I listened more, and for the first time I found myself becoming involved in the issues that affected people who are living there. The hydroelectric project controversy that happened in Mamalakandam is one such example. I started feeling a deeper sense of responsibility. Travel was no longer about passing through a place, it was about understanding it. Most of the places I stayed, I spent 4 or 5 days there. Sometimes I stayed with my friends and sometimes I stayed with complete strangers, but every single day revealed something new. So what exactly is slow travel? In a world where people travel to tick places off a bucket list or take pride in traveling the most number of countries at a very young age, or break records in by covering ground in less time and share everything on social media, slow travel asks you to pause, to look around, to stay a little longer, to have meaningful experiences. And it reminds you that not everything is a race, and sometimes the winner is the person who arrives last. It's also about traveling responsibly, respecting the local people, their cultures and their traditions, and not leaving rubbish behind, which I'm very particular about. And also supporting local businesses, eating local food and buy from local market, and sometimes when invited, involve in the issues that matter to the local community. Giving back in whatever little way possible. Slow travel doesn't require a lot of money, or you don't have to spend months on the road like I do. It requires a different mindset. Because what I believe is that travel should leave behind something more than just tire marks and photographs. So the next time when you plan your travels, instead of asking yourself how many places I can cover within this much time, ask yourself how long can I stay in one place. You might be surprised by how much more there is to discover when you stop trying to move.